Hiya. I tried to do this episode, and I got like 3 minutes in, but everything kept going wrong. But I have it all figured out now. This is Poseidon Wars 3D. Developed and published by Sega. Who would have thought? Anyway, this is a boat combat game. By that I mean a naval combat game. Everything is bad, so we've gone in for officer training. And this is the training stage. We have to pass our 4 training missions to successfully graduate and become a real hero. I know what you're asking. You're going to keep referencing real hero, and I tell you absolutely every day of my life. So we got a radar, we got a sonar, we got to destroy things before things can destroy us. It's a little bit tricky because, you know, our crosshair only moves so fast. And it does result in us being a little, we have to be a little proactive rather than reactive with our shots, because otherwise you can take a staggering amount of damage from stuff that you never even saw. Like, I'm glad that that shot missed me. Oh my god, come on, man. I had to make a decision there. Do I go for the ships or do I go for the planes? I'm glad I went for the planes. Those did less damage to me. That was a fuel tanker, because our fuel went up after we shot it. So we stole its fuel. We just, you know, sucked all of its fuel up. Come on, man. We can shoot these missiles out of the sky, but it is difficult, as you can tell. It's a tricky little game, you know. I spent about 2 minutes with it, and then I had to just restart the video. And I was like, you know, I've lost very little, so I may as well just give it a go from fresh. And hopefully we find something rather entertaining here. Okay, we want to use our yeah. Or ship-seeking missiles there. Or ship-sinking, I don't know. They're called SSMs. Look at that. Total score, 8,386. Beautiful. We are currently a cadet, which is fantastic. Now, next, we need to crush the convoy fleet. Now, I did read the manual. You do not restore all of your hit points. You get about a fourth of your bar back. So, gosh, not doing that is really important. You want to keep your ship in ship shape, as it were. Haha. Funny man said funny thing. And actually, the impressive part about this game, and also probably very annoying part about this game, is your ship can take actual component damage. So you can lose radar and sonar capabilities if you keep taking dumb hits. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is both obnoxious and impressively immersive. You know, immersion is not something that a lot of games went for back in the day. It was like, hey, we're just trying to get something that, like, makes visual sense. Another fuel tanker, it's beautiful. Playing well this time around. So far, I'm, oh, there it is. I feel like I may have, I did in fact waste a single missile there, so that wasn't so great. Might not even need the missile to take these ships down. I mean, I'm sure it's helpful, but maybe I do need the missile. I don't know. These command ships are brutal. Look at that. We have a gun malfunction, which sucks. As you can see, I can't shoot at quite the rate I could. You can tell by the little red light there that things are going poorly. Alright. There we go. Isn't the command ship down? I was hoping that one command ship would be enough, and then it would just be next level, but not the case. Oh no, come on. Okay, saved myself. Yo, get that fuel tanker. It blends right in with the background. See, look at that. I assume that the big boy ship will come back for another pass. Matter of fact, I think it's getting real close to me right now. It's right there. Yep, yep. We need to take it down before it can take me down. Because I don't have any more missiles. Oh no, this is bad. And at least the fuel tankers keep spawning, so I'm not going to run out of fuel. But I could really use some repairs. Specifically so that I have a working gun. The working gun is a novel concept. You gotta be able... Oh, that was a ton of damage. So my radar no longer works. Which is bad. Now, if you have a second controller plugged in, you can abandon the mission, I think go back for repairs and try it again. But, you know, I don't have a second controller. That was part of the... Oh, there we go, we finally got it. That was part of the problem for me, too, is that I, the emulator... Oh, we got full repairs that time. That's nice. The emulator thought that when I was pressing button 1 or button 2, it was doing it for both control pads. It resulted in things being very, very weird. So that was part of why I had to kind of redo the episode. 1 second. Black raspberry sparkling ice. Delicious. That is like... That is soda good. I don't know how. I don't know how they do it with only 5 whole calories. Anyway. Pay me, I advertised for you. The missions all seem to be mostly the same thing. But I have a working gun, I have a working laser. A laser? Radar, rather. I would love to have a boat with lasers on it. Why not, you know? Give me the full sci-fi stuff, you know. Like, I'm not super into these old school... I hesitate to call it a military sim, but that's clearly kind of what they're trying to do, is, you know, be like, oh, pilot a realistic military boat. Why did I, like, course correct myself to say boat instead of ship? They are ships. It's fine if you call them that. Nice, nice. Prevented some shots there. Oh, no, no. Okay. It totally whiffed on its torpedoes, that boat. So we're still... I won't call it an easy street, but we're... Ah, we took a big hit that time. The radar's down, which is not going to help me out any. I need to know... I would kind of like to know where all of the air support is coming from. But, you know, we've botched that, so all we can really do now is just... appreciate these fake 3D waves, and oh, hope that one doesn't hit me. That one did not hit me, so we're fine. We still have a working gun though, so not all is lost. The radar is kind of like flickering on and off, so it's not like totally gone, but it's not even close to being rock solid or anything like that. Anyway, kind of a novel idea for a game. I'll give them that. There we go. Command ship done. Mission clear. We're still a cadet, apparently. Although, according to this... oh, no, I see. My total isn't enough. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Anyway, fully repaired again. Now we must recover the port. I guess we'll find out what they mean by that. Just don't waste all your ship missiles against... airplanes or anything like that, because you'll feel really stupid. The radar is still not repaired though. That's still out a little bit, so that's gonna be annoying. But look at that, shooting missiles right out of the sky, shooting whatever that was right out of the sky. I'm doing okay. Good. We needed the fuel there, so that's good. I'm doing much better than my first half attempt. Oh, dude, it's getting dark. There's a day-night cycle? What are you doing, man? This is wild. Wild immersive. I'm not gonna call this like, you know, like the GOAT video game. It's you know, it's just kind of a so-so rail shooter, but boy, they're really going for it in terms of all of the extra panache on top, you know? with the wavy 3D effects and the time of day changing. Like, I can't, with any clear conscience, claim that they didn't put effort into this. Oh no, we took a hit. Of course, a hit can turn into something real nasty. Nice. Got that bad boy. I assume that another one is going to spawn in, but we still have one more missile for it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We'll probably have to deal with one the old-fashioned way now because I wasted a missile at some point. So this is going to suck, but oh, look at that. Running away like the scared bastard it is. They're real generous with the fuel tankers while you're in the command ship stage, presumably because they know you're going to be here a while if you don't have all your missiles. Come on now. That one's really speedy. Like, I have to choose between it or its torpedo, which is a hellish decision to make somebody make, you know? Nice. It's done. It's down. The port is saved. It's a beautiful thing. Further supply. Alright. Mission last. Is this our final training mission? Is that what this means? We have to sink the Halbard CGN-53. Is that a real thing? Or does this mean that this is like our first actual big boy mission? Like, is training over now? Have we accomplished all that we have set out to do in the good old training academy? I did read that you do actually get periodic upgrades in this game as well. Like, once you pass a certain threshold of missions, your gun becomes improved and your armor is better after the first mission and all that. Which is neat, you know? It's like, yeah, it's not a upgrade system where it's like, hey, pick your own upgrades and feel the sweet, sweet dopamine rush through your veins. But it's more like, hey, you know, you've been doing well? Let's scratch your back a little bit so you can do even better. Like you're actually a member of the Navy. Everyone knows the superior Navy game is SOCOM, US Navy SEALs. I have it. I've never played it. It's a third-person shooter, I think. Okay, took a few dumb shots there. Took a few dumb hits. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it. The dark sucks because I can't see when the planes are coming. Okay, I lucked out there. I just kind of shot wildly. Based on my radar, I was able to nail them out of the sky before I could even see them, which was great. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that had to have been my final training. You have become a naval officer. Beautiful. Rank up. Nice. Now I'm a lieutenant or a lieutenant, if that's what you want to say. Power up. New missile. Go to next stage. Whatever you say, man. I'm down for it. You are now engaged in actual warfare. That before... We're just throwing that around. Your task as master of the 7 seas is to obstruct the foe's way, recover our port, and block the attacking force. You know what? Easy enough, man. Easy enough. Look at all the missions we got now. The Gauntlet CG-47. Look at that. 15 minutes in, we've accomplished something. Pretty good for an 8-bit game. We do have 12 missiles now. Good to see. I mean, it is now daytime. I can see my aerial nemesis yet again. The helicopters haven't given me much cause to fret yet, admittedly. That, though, get all that out of here. Oh, come on. Okay, that's already more hits than I wanted to take. I've got a damaged sonar. Which, honestly, I think the ships are less scary than the aircraft. But I would have preferred to, you know, not be put in this position regardless. You want to have all your components working, you know? Like, I fear the aircraft, man. Oh, that was a nasty torpedo shot there. My gun is now damaged. That's kind of the worst case scenario. Like, that's some end of the world stuff right there. Oh, look at that. Oh man, actual warfare is no joke, dude. Look at this. We're getting pulverized here. Oh no. Am I just gonna like game over instantly the second that I start the actual game? Gotta hand it to them. Very rare and decent thing to have a tutorial right in the game. Game over. Sinking. Oh no. We have to restart training all over again? Oh. I do not like it, Sam. I am. That's pretty gutting, I would say. So that's why they give you that controller 2 option to remove yourself from the mission, so you can be like, yo, I'm about to die. Regroup. But I don't have controller 2, so you know, we gotta do this the real man's way. Read the dumb way. Alright. Yeah, get the aerial bad boys first. I already know that they're the biggest threat. Because the ships appear to just kind of miss me more often than not. I know that shot did eventually come around and made contact, but you know, nothing to worry about. So my biggest concern is that I don't see this kind of gameplay holding up over an elongated period of time. Like, this really does strike me as a game that would be, like, really impressive to look at when it first came out, but then kind of tire you out after an elongated play session. Whereas with East, I was like, I'll play this forever. Ken Satan? It's like, yeah, I just want to do better, man. But I gotta stop living in the past, and I gotta accept that the present is Poseidon Wars. No amount of simping for previous games in the list. We'll change that. Give me 1 second. The upstairs TV is very, very loud, and I'm worried that it's seeping into my audio here. Okay, I'm back. If the downstairs door is not mostly closed, the TV from upstairs just like blares down here at full volume, and it's nuts. And of course, my wife is currently watching American Horror Story, which is full of some very, very loud segments. So if any of that came through, mild apologies. I don't think it did. I don't think the mic I'm using will pick anything up from that far away, but it's, you never know. You could say, hey, just, you know, check the video and you can answer your own question, but it's a pretty radical piece of advice there. Yeah. Now, a lot of how I evaluate this game is going to depend on what escaping the level will actually do for you. Because if the whole leave the level gimmick like actually allows you to repair and everything like that, then that seems That seems fair enough. It seems like, you know, it gives you a way to live another day, tackle it again. Obviously, I'm not using that function where I am right now, but that time went much better because I didn't waste any of my missiles. Supply, fuel, supply, missile. Nice, I need those missiles. Repair! But yeah, if it's the kind of thing where if you can just leave and then come back and then basically just restart the level as long as you properly hit your oh shit button, that seems perfectly fair. But if it just kind of gets you out of the level and doesn't repair you or anything like that, well then that seems like it's an instance of a game just kind of taking up more of your time than it needs to, which of course happens. Very common thing from back in the day. Gotta get those blockbuster numbers down, you know? I am amazed that I didn't take a hit there. Helicopter, get out. It's alright. I'm an expert at this. I can speedrun the training. By speedrun, I mean speed die. Perish at a speed quicker than anyone has ever seen. Just veered off to the side just enough to avoid that torpedo. Those are high-level Poseidon Wars 3D tactics. Not something that the average YouTuber would teach you. Because the average YouTuber wouldn't be spending an hour of their day playing Poseidon Wars 3D in the first place. So, yeah, good point. I'm kind of manufacturing the variety a little bit. No, that's not true. It's not manufactured variety. It's just variety, man. That's the blessed thing about this channel. You tired of a specific type of game? Hey, guess what? It's only there for an hour. There'll be something else to look at real soon. I'm trying to find the best place for this here. There we go. There we go. Down just a little bit. Still captures my voice, doesn't hide my beautiful mug. It's not a bad soundtrack, actually. This is a pretty good, pretty banging soundtrack, if I do say so myself. Had to save myself. I almost merely called it good. When you, in fact, want to say banging. It's full of bops. Like, who else remembers the ska-tinged Pico Pop Japanese band Naive Pop or Petty Fool? Virtually nobody, except those of you who were avid animutation enjoyers back in the day. What's an animutation, you may ask? Alright, I'm gonna hit you with some absolutely ancient internet lore here. Well, not as ancient as like dial-up BBS or anything like that, but it was still very much in the age of dial-up. It's the year 2000, and a young shitposter on the internet by the name of Neil Ciceriga, who remains a prominent shitposter to this day, has decided to make a goofy flash video about the Japanese Poke Rap. Featured, you know, various pictures of celebrities and pop culture icons. It's just Colin Mockery and the man from the Brady Bunch. The man from the Brady Bunch. Mike Brady, is that it? I don't know. And yeah, just kind of animated them in a very chunky, goofy fashion to the Japanese Poke Rap. The song. Oh, I have a lot of damaged components. This is bad. Nice. I still got one more ship to worry about. I can still botch this. The end result was, of course, a video type that was extremely stupid, in a way that fit absolutely perfectly with 2000s era internet. And actually, I think it holds up pretty well in terms of real just dumb comedy. But yes, it resulted in many imitators. There's this kind of inside joke that anybody who wasn't Neil Cicierega or Andrew Keppel did not make Animutation, but rather Fanamutation, which of course there's no actual difference in the content. It's the same damn thing, but it's just, you know, oh, it's a fan of the original Animutation works who made it. And there was a real classic one. It was one of my favorites. The video was just titled Chocolate Niblet Beans. Don't try to find any meaning in it. There probably isn't any, but it used a kind of obscure Japanese track from a ska-ish band called Naive Pop or Petit Fool. It's just a very upbeat, absolutely rocking track, actually. It's a great song. It's kind of a novelty, real goofy all over the place, but yeah, it's always stuck with me, and I only just recently learned the actual title of the song. It's Japanese, so I can't tell you. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the band name. So yeah, ancient history there. There was an entire screw all of you. There was a giant schism of Animutation fans. Well, it wasn't really a schism of fans. It was more so a inside joke that I believe Andrew Keppel himself decided to do, where he illustrated the clear divide between Animutations and Fanimutations in the incredible 3-part saga Colin Mockery versus Jesus H. Christ. One of my earliest internet memories, thanks to a friend who showed it to me on his birthday. He said it was his special birthday song because it was so great. The very first one in the series was titled The French Erotic Film and utilized a... was it Dutch, I think? It utilized this, like, Dutch novelty song from this, like, comedian, I guess if you want to say, who had just this, like, super obnoxious shtick to him. Hey, we finished training again, even quicker than the first time. But another big deal with Animutation was they would put, like, the misheard lyrics over it, i.e. take a foreign language and just, like, give it the most approximate English lyrics that they could. It was real goofy. And I didn't find out until years later that the French erotic film was actually part of a whole trilogy. The second one featured, I think, also Dutch, some, like, children's artist or some children's show about, like, these gnomes, and they sing, and I don't know, it was really weird. And then the third one used a Vangelis track, so just, like, bizarre stuff. But it was this full narrative about how Jesus H. Christ took over the world and Colin Mockery was the only person to save it. And the big twist at the end, I'm going to spoil it for you, was that it was not Jesus, but the entire time it was the guy from the Japanese Poke Rap, i.e. Mike Brady, who had become jealous at Colin Mockery's fame and success in the Animutation world when he was the star of the very first Animutation, whereas Colin was just a background character. So it was all done out of jealousy, and it was great. Other notable Animutations include Shumway. Shumway was a real good one. I believe that one also used a Dutch track. It was always either like Dutch songs or Japanese songs. I can't explain it. That's the best I can explain it. There's another one called James Bond, which was, yes, roughly about James Bond. Hey, I beat Mission 1 and I didn't totally eat it. That's good. That's good stuff. New armor! Baby! But yeah, it used the Love Hina theme song, I believe. And that was the music that accompanied that one. Wasn't always foreign language songs. There was a particularly demented one titled I Love Bukkake, which I don't know where they got that song, but yes, it was literally just like a novelty comedy song about enjoying the fine art of bukkake, which if you don't know what that is, don't look it up. It's an explicit group act. If you don't mind, and maybe you're actually seeking out pictures of it, well then, hey, go ahead and look it up, maybe. But if you don't want something particularly lewd, I'd avoid it. It's alright, you gotta learn how to spell it anyway. Well, I only took one hit there. You guys gotta stop it and leave me alone. This is another one of those games where the less attention I pay to it, I'm actually, like, feeling a little bit better. Like, I'm just kind of rambling on about relics of the internet past. And I could go on for a long time, believe me. You know, those are my formative years, man. DSL just started existing. You could stream as much as you wanted, you know. Yeah, you had the classics like Homestar Runner that everyone knows and loves to this day. Then you had the weirder stuff like the Demented cartoon movie, which was incredible. It was, I mean, extremely juvenile humor in retrospect, but it was seriously like a 30-minute long Flash animation. It was, nay, a Flash epic. And it was far higher effort than I ever would have expected from anybody. Basically all just built upon the humor of things exploding and, you know, heads being popped off. Never in, like, a particularly violent way. It was always very just, like, goofy. Yeah, the Demented cartoon movie. That was a long one. But I had nothing but time. Next mission. Alright. What do we got here? Crush the convoy fleet. We've been repaired, we've been resupplied, we're doing well, we're feeling good. The sky is falling, I don't care. We just want to feel good. I believe that's a song by Head Planet Earth, or Head PE, depending on how you want to categorize them. One of those nu metal oddities featured Serge Tankian, obviously vocalist for System of a Down, and a slightly more forgotten one, the Morgan Lander, the vocalist for Kitty, which, boy, there's a band that definitely got forgotten in time. I went back, I listened to some Kitty songs that I hadn't heard in years, and I thought, wow, that was better when I was a kid. Or a high schooler, I guess. I was like, it didn't hold up, honestly. I don't mean to be rude to them, but I was like, man, when I didn't know any better, I was more impressed by you. I'm like, well, I don't mean to be rude, then says something incredibly rude. Classic. I'm taking a lot of damage. Feeling like I'm probably gonna game over here. Like, I can take one more hit, maybe. I was worried that that was gonna be it. No. Still alive? Do I deserve to be? Is it the question? And if so, yeah, we're dead. That was a lot of stuff at the end there. Yikes. We did reach the rank of Commander, though, which is pretty sweet. There are 5 ranks above that. I still have the manual up on the other screen. Not like it matters so much. But what else are you going to do? There's not a lot to the game, admittedly. Like, I've played it for half an hour, and you're probably not going to get much more enrichment out of this video. Which is why I'm trying to find other things to ramble on about, you know? Like old internet culture. You all remember Rage comics? Those are downright recent compared to Animutation. Like, Rage comics, that's when I was like a senior in high school. Well, it depends. There was kind of the dawning of it when there was only like one face. There was just like the Rage face, the face. And that was before it got driven into the ground, you know, but then Reddit got their hands on it, and it's all just kind of, you know, became too big for its britches. And they were like, hey, you know what's funnier than something mildly amusing that makes you laugh once or twice? Turning it into something not amusing at all and ensuring that you never laugh at it again. It's brilliant. No, I mean, obviously, as everybody my age was, I was definitely into the Rage comics when they hit that peak popularity and there were like a billion different Rage faces that people used. You had the troll face, you had the forever alone face, the okay face, poker face. There were all sorts of them. And then people kept like trying to introduce new ones to varying degrees of success. The only one that I remember like ever picked up any steam was the dude with the jetpack saying like nothing else to do here. I think that one actually was appropriated from like a Brazilian forum where someone was like, hey dude, check it out, like the Brazilians have their own Rage faces, and then they're like, hey, some of these are mildly amusing. It's different times, man. Back when you could just unironically post cringe and everybody laughed instead of pretended like they were too good for it. Seriously, you mean to tell me we have individuals nowadays who will play Apex Legends for 8 hours straight and then rag on you for posting cringe? The audacity of it all. Like, at least to make sure that you're not too black a pot. Or else the kettle's gonna come back for its revenge, you know? Figures of speech in the most awkward way you've ever heard them. It's my new MO. It's my new shtick I'm going for. I think it's a good one. Yeah, give me all the fuel tankers. You didn't stand a chance. Not even the slightest. Next one's gonna come up on the... Oh, it's on the right side as well. Well, we got it. It's a beautiful thing. The Manticore CV-57. You know, they give them all these fancy names, but they just kind of all seem like the exact same thing. And that's true. All of the missions in this game are far too identical, and that doesn't do much in the game's favor. Also not sure how I feel about the crosshair consistently drifting back to the center of the screen. Like, maybe I wanted it on the far right, you know? I'm gonna have to keep course correcting here. I see that one black pixel amongst the red background. That one I didn't see, admittedly. No, yep. Rage faces were big. Advice animals were big. That was another one that you know, started off with one kind of funny joke and then just became incredibly unfunny incredibly quickly. It started out with just the good old advice dog, which, you know, gave you terrible advice, like a delete system 32, make your computer faster, stuff like that. But no, then they were like, ooh, no, but now we have actual good advice human, or that wasn't one of them. They had like socially awkward penguin, socially awesome penguin, the Velociraptor, scumbag Steve, Bad Luck Brian. It's like, I get it. You can't convey a thought without associating it with a copy and paste picture. I get it. I mean, I was there too, you know? I was all like, how do you do, fellow kids? I am also a kid. But, you know, it's just the kind of thing that becomes less funny as time goes on. Eventually you're like, what the heck were we doing? Is this why our grandfathers won the war? The answer, yes. You're goddamn right. World War II was fought purely for the right to meme. Changed my mind. And don't take the sentence too seriously either. I know, my absolutely massive popularity will ensure that I get picked up by all of the Twitter mobs. They'll say, wow, this dude with 30 videos made a joke about World War II being about memes. What a piece of garbage. I tell you, I don't disagree, but, I mean, for different reasons. Man, let me tell you, my entire life is just a series of, like, waiting for my work week to end, and then doing it all over again. I did waste a missile in a previous training mission, so this is going to be a little bit of a pain. Because I believe, yeah, there's a third ship and I don't have a missile for it. Well, you know, we tried our best. But yeah, I know there are some people out there who just, like, love their job, and I'm like, you are a bastard. Because I can't have that. It's not an awful job, but, you know, when there's 10 other things I'd rather be doing in a day, probably more than 10, you're just sitting there wistfully going, to be over. Alright, let's complete our training again. At least I know that all the missions past the ones that I got to are probably the same thing. Like, you're not really missing out on anything by not witnessing them, I would imagine. Except for the completely danko gun upgrade, which I read about in the manual, where if you beat, I think, like, mission 5 or something like that, your gun upgrades so you fire 3 shots at once. That'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But we're not going to get to that point. I don't even think I have enough time to make that happen. I mean, maybe I have enough time, but I'm gonna die. Come on, man. I hate how it, like, curves back around. You think that you've avoided a shot, and then it's like, I'm here. I've come to destroy you. Anyway, if you've been watching this far up, and you think that you found something that you could get behind a little bit, if you have not already, I would highly recommend you subscribe to the channel. It will ensure that your life is filled with this. I'm a heck of a salesman, what can I say? I'm a real life lieutenant commander. Don't mess with me, man. I'll take a quick little drink. Expert stage. Make me feel a little more intimidated, man. I don't think I'm ready for this expert stuff. It's like the final level. The final mission. The Hydra! Look at that bad boy. Classic recover the port. The Cyclops. Bolova. Crush the convoy fleet. The Golem. Now we start small. It's the best advice I can give you as your new grandpa. Don't worry about the logistics of that or how that came to be. I am your grandpappy now. You'll find a way to live with it. It's the only way that I can justify giving you my sage advice on a regular basis. How about you get out of here, man? Get your cute little helicopter sprite out of my face. I do like that you have a fair amount of leeway in terms of actually hitting things. Like, you can be like a full pixel off and still blow something out of the sky. Look at that. Look at that. Minimal damage. We have powered up. Beautiful. Nice. Got the planes. Even more importantly, though, is going to be getting out of this in one piece. And not letting yourself get too blown up by everything like that. And like that. You take even one hit. It makes you feel ashamed of everything you've ever done. I know, it's bleak, but, you know, we need to have some standards. And they need to be unreasonably high, so you can never possibly hope to reach them. I don't think I got the plane out of the sky, but I did avoid taking a hit from it. So that's a big enough win in my book. You guys, however, need to be stopped right away. That one missed me. It's a miracle, actually. Also, mildly miracle level. That, what? It hit me. It came real close to not hitting me, and then it just decided, nah, let's just sneak some damage in there, you know? Let's just take just a little bit off the top for him. Okay, well, there we go. Took several missiles. I expect high levels of repairage. The new engine, great. I assume that's good. Been supplied with some fuel, been supplied with some missile, been supplied with some repair. Next mission. The convoy fleet. I think this is where I died. Put it very obviously, and so that nobody's confused about anything here. I didn't do well last time. Come on, planes. And then the torpedo. See, that's dirty playing there. It's like, hey, you gotta pick a target, and they're both gonna do damage to you. It's like, man, give me a little Kobayashi Maru here, huh? Extremely high tier dweeb reference. Gotta apologize for that, you know? You can almost see my underwear being brought up over my head in the hallway with that one. Unimpressed with myself here. That's good. But we still got lots of stuff spawning in and raining death down upon me. the double torpedo. We almost made it to captain rank, you know? If we would have made it past that mission, it could have been very possible. But instead, man, gotta go back. Run it back yet again, just for the sake of killing time. Well, you can't say the game's too easy. Putting some save states in it might be. Yo, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about save states. There are some people who believe that utilizing save states is a little cheaty, bullshitty way of getting through video games. However, may I present a counterpoint? When you look at things like the NES Classics library on the Switch, or the Mega Man Anniversary Collection on everything, it's becoming pretty industry standard to include save states into your old emulated repackages of games. Presumably because even the companies themselves know, yo, this was this was designed to waste your time. So that leaves me saying, if it's becoming an industry standard thing with the official product to save state, is it really cheating? I'm still not doing it in this series. Maybe we'd witness more fantastic things if I did, but no. I'm keeping it relatively pure. But like in my free time, if I'm playing some old games, I don't necessarily care. If I'm playing it on the original hardware, of course, I don't have a choice. I just gotta bowl through it like a man. But if I'm playing an emulated game, and I think, yay, the only thing that not save stating here would do is waste my time, I'll do it. I won't think twice. Because, you know, I work a full-time job, and I can't necessarily spend 30 hours out of the week playing the same 3 levels over and over again just to keep dying at level 4. You save state at the beginning of level 4, whoa, suddenly you're saving yourself a whole heck of a lot of time. Doesn't necessarily... Well, it does make the game easier to beat, but more than anything else, it doesn't make it mechanically easier, it just makes it less daunting. You know, like you're not going, ugh, why do I gotta do this? Instead you're like, oh, I died at that boss? Oh, who cares? I'll hit one button and I'll just be right back there at the start of the boss arena. No big deal. It's relaxing, you know? And there's something to that. But I've gone on record before saying that if it's a single-player game, you play it literally however you want to play it. That's the beauty of single-player video gaming, is that it's all for you. You're doing it because you enjoy it, and it gives you a good time. Don't worry about everybody else. If you want everybody else to ruin your gameplay experience for you, play a game online. Yes, sir. If you want to play through all of StarCraft using the invincibility cheat, hey, I won't stop you. Might kind of kill the point. But, there's something cathartic about it, you know, just sending one Marine in to destroy an entire base. Maybe you're just into that. It's like playing Minecraft on peaceful mode. Doesn't mean you're cheating. You're just kind of, playing by the beat of your own drum. Unless you're exceptionally worried about the clout that you'll get from beating the Ender Dragon on hardcore mode. No, the only clout that matters is your own clout. If you'll genuinely feel proud doing it, then do it. If you'll genuinely feel stressed and not enjoy it, then don't do it. Pretty simple flowchart to go by there. Is thing good? Yes. Do. Is thing bad? No, don't do. I mean, no. Is thing good? Yes. Do. Is thing good? No, don't do. There we go. I just like made a completely contradictory one there. So, you know, wait for me to just complicate matters by abusing the English language. Oh, I wasted a missile. Who cares, you know? It's just Poseidon Wars. Yeah, I'm impressed with the amount of detail that went into the game, but I'm not horribly impressed with the game itself, you know? I'm like, you're very attractive, but you have no substance. It's not you, it's me. But it's also kinda you. Kind of like Robo Warrior, you know? I was going to ask it out on a second date, but then I realized that it harbored really bizarre anti-Semitic viewpoints, and I was like, questionable. I don't know about that, man. That's really all this channel is we're just speed dating video games. Little feels weird, man, I know, but what can you do? You'll all be laughing when in 20 years I'm playing Cubivore and you're not. I was gonna say, we got a ship. I see it on my sonar. Oh no. Well, this is gonna take me a bit. Come on back, ship. Oh, is this just like a ship that takes more hits than usual? I don't remember. You'd think I'd remember at this point. I've done the training enough, but I don't know. I've just kind of lost interest, which I assumed would happen, given the game, you know? This isn't exactly Panzer Dragoon in terms of rail shooters. So no, I think I think this is a one missile ship, and I just keep missing it with everything I've got. So yeah, this is just kind of, you know, a pathetic turn of events is really all it is. The sonar is now busted. And the fuel tankers can only be identified by a single strip of red across the beautiful sea itself. I don't know what I'm saying, man. I can only wax poetic so much. And then we just sit and wait. But appreciate those wave effects. We've seen far worse attempts at a faux 3D on the Master System. It's definitely beaten out Space Harrier and Afterburner for that effect. Granted, it's not trying to go nearly as fast as either of those games either, so that does help things a great deal. You watch the sparkling eye stuff is probably filled with like aspartame or something. It's just slowly killing me from the inside out. I don't drink it that often. I mean, you know, I bought a pack of it. I'm not so concerned though, you know. If you want to look at life through the most defeatist lens possible, you could say that, hey, no matter how hard you try to avoid being unhealthy, you could still get an aneurysm next week. Anyway, that's time. What a great note to end on. Aneurysms. Nice. We've done it. Okay. So that's Poseidon Wars 3D. It's, it gets a little dull. Can't lie. Giving you exactly one life, pretty rough. That said, it's a better experience than Lord of the Sword. I'll give you that. Probably a better experience than Reggie Jackson Baseball as well. So we'll just tuck it right in there here. And then I'll regret my ranking decisions later. But it's okay, because none of it matters. It's all arbitrary. Anywho, hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something enriching about that. It's kind of samey. Can't lie. But when next we meet, ooh, I'm a little worried about this. We'll be playing Skate or Die on the NES, and I don't know about that one. I've played Skate or Die before. I own Skate or Die. Duh, that's where I've played it. I have it on the shelf. Well, there you go. It's not amazing, but I'll have a full 60 minutes with it, so I'll be forced to give it a little more of an assessment rather than I put it in, play it for 5 minutes, say this sucks, throw it away, and then don't play it. So we'll see. Maybe Skate or Die will win me over somehow. I doubt it, but we'll find out then. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a spectacular day.